Tottenham against AC Milan. Milan with that slight advantage. Mike, I'll come to you first on this one. Cracking game. Who wins and why?
Believe it or not, I'm going Tottenham Hotspurs. From what I saw from AC Milan this weekend, the thing that worries me about them most is when they come on the road in the Champions League, they just don't bring it. We saw it when they came to Stamford Bridge at Chelsea, a completely different AC Milan team. Were they at full strength at the weekend? No, but their back three were all over the place. They struggled to cope with the movement of Fiorentina's front line, and Jovic is no Harry Kane. And Tottenham, yes, they lost 2 on the bounce, but they had chances. They had chances at the weekend, and on any other day, I think they put them in. I think Harry Kane, the difference maker in this game.
Nah, not having it.
Really?
I think so, of course, Harry Kane is a difference maker, but I mean, so the difference between the difference between Tottenham of this season and the reason that Antonio Conte has kind of lost the fans, hard to imagine that a year ago, is that it is pretty much devolving into the Harry Kane show. Richarlison still no goals in the Premier League. Son, I think it's now been going long enough and he's old enough that we have to say this isn't blip. This might be decline. And Kulusevski is fantastic, but he's more creator, not finisher. And then I think you kind of look at everything behind there, and there's not a platform. There wasn't really last season, but Kane and Son and Kulusevski could do it all by themselves, but they're really missing Bentancur. And Bissouma would be quite helpful as well. Skipper's come in and done a really good job. They are awful, god awful to watch. And there is nothing linking this team together. I can absolutely see them grinding out, and what I predicted, that they'll grind out a 1-0 win, and then it goes to the lottery of penalties. I kind of had Milan shading that because I think, Maignan's a fantastic goalkeeper. But God, I'm really disappointed that this is going to be the game I'll be watching. I might even have to go there and it'll be -4 degrees.
Just say it that you're going to pick Spurs to win. Just say it.
I know I've got Milan to win on penalties.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not going to be a good game. If you're wondering which stream to load up on Paramount Plus, do not load it. So we've just got a picture, the video that Nigel Reo-Coker sent us of a baby resisting having a Tottenham Hotspur shirt put on them. And look, I can't blame them because I know fans a lot older than
cruelty, surely.
I know fans a lot older than him that have never seen their team win a major bit of silverware beyond the Audi Cup. So, yeah.
I think many people in my family feel like I was like that with my younger brother, forcing a Villa shirt upon him, and then decades of misery followed. But to be honest, it's interesting hearing James saying what he was saying, because I've gone for a similar outcome. I actually went for it to finish 1-1 on the night. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of goals. That was probably me being optimistic and hoping that James will be spared extra time and potentially penalties and freezing cold.
The other side of London.
It wouldn't surprise me, though, if it does go beyond 90, but mainly because of the ineptitude of both sides being able to score. Regardless of who goes through, I don't think that either side is going to be able to go that much further and make a dent in this competition, based on what we've seen from them over, large swathes of the season now. But, I think for Milan, if they were able to knock Spurs out, which I think that they will be able to do in this tie, I think that could be considered a success to get themselves back to the quarterfinals. That would, at least show some progress in what's otherwise been a fairly underwhelming season, for the Italian giants. But for Spurs, I agree with James. It feels like it's almost like the end with Conte now can't come quickly enough for them.
I should just say, I know that you guys will be really worried about me having to go and watch the football for free in a magnificent stadium, one of the best sports stadiums in Europe. I know you'll all be very worried that I might be a bit bored because the football's not good enough. But on the bright side, my fiance does have COVID at the moment, so there's a distinct chance I won't be able to leave the house. So every cloud has a silver lining. I might get to
blessing in disguise right there, James Benge.
James is just rubbing himself up on every door handle in the house, getting himself out of it.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Right, real quickly before we do get out of here and turn attention to the Europa League, I want to get your opinion as to how many English teams actually go through here, because we're on the bubble here. Mike, I'll start with you, then JJ, then James. So obviously the 4 teams in there didn't win, but 3 of them at home in the second leg. So, Mike, who have you got going through here from the English Premier League?
Oh man, I'm going to go Manchester City. I think RB Leipzig didn't do their first leg performance justice by getting that goal that they needed to go to the Etihad. And surprise, surprise, I'm going to put the Drake curse on Tottenham Hotspurs. I'm putting the curse on them. Look, if they 2 losses on the bounce, that's worrying. But they created chances and were so unlucky. I mean, hit off the bar, hit off the post. Chances. If it goes a couple inches the other way against Milan, it's a different story. So Tottenham City.
Tottenham City, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, JJ.
City. I mean, I'd love to think that Liverpool could mount some incredible comeback after the result against United. I know that Mike doesn't want to go there, but I don't think it will happen.
I mean, look, as Ed noted, this Tottenham season, it's all really about Beyonce at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm there on the day of the FA Cup final, which I just said to my editors, I said, I'm not doing the FA Cup final. I got Beyonce tickets. And they were like, yeah, fair enough. I have 2. I have, as I said earlier, Chelsea and, like everyone else says, City. The one thing I would say is I am convinced that there will be a moment where we think Liverpool might do the unimaginable. I think they might get like 2-0 up, say, in the Bernabeu. I think we all forget how good they were for the first 20 minutes. Like Madrid will get through that, but I think Liverpool will have a moment.
Can I just say that Real Madrid have been absolutely dreadful to watch since that game. I've watched every game. I've made a couple of wagers on them since that game because I thought, oh my God, Real Madrid are awesome. No, they have been dreadful to watch. And after that performance yesterday from Liverpool, who knows what can happen? And it is the beauty of the Champions League. I think City and Spurs go through, just to throw in my 2 cents as well.